Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They go play action here on first down.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Back to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Lions at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club is more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to the running game with Swift. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Patterson's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Complete to Austin Eckler. A gain of 22 yards.
6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Lions 6, Cardinals nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw again. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
A gain of 5.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. He's got Freeman here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half. I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Right side to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And the Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Now a hit and a loose football. Inside the 20. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
That's the score of Lions 13.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Will go down as a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll set up a throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. On
third down, here comes Swift.
And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete to Christian Watson. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Arizona.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Arizona.
Christian Watson,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-7.
Cardinals 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half the second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 42 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man, it's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try to run with Swift.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And some room to run now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So first and 10 now from the 30. Swift going to try up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the handoff, this is Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as Carl
calm as he tried to present himself. There's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick, but once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Finding room at midfield, and he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a throw. He puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 3.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. Room here to run. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. This is swung out to Eckler. He's up to the 20. Now he's free up the left sideline. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
It's a gain of 20.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Lions, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next.